Oh, you talked about you had a cable. You were a cable technician. You had a
I
bad accident.
was.
What happened?
Yeah, so it was in the winter time. I was at a place in Avon. It was a office building, and I was tracing the wire around the back because they didn't pay their bill, so I was the bad guy. I had to cut their cable. Yeah, so maybe it was karma, who knows? But anyways,
Yeah.
so I was tracing the wire, and there was like a big pit, and it had metal rods sticking up, and it had just a few boards and a tarp, but you didn't see it because the snow was on it. I fell through it, and then the boards chipped onto me, like they just like pierced in me. So I broke my I had ribs, bruised lungs, chipped my ribs. I was all messed up.
I bet.
Yeah, it was not good. So I had like 3 years of physical therapy after that.
Does it still hurt today
I still have bad back problems.
from that fall?
Yeah, I still have bad back
Was
problems.
it just on the ground, or were you up high or something? Or just
No,
like,
I was just walking on the ground. I fell
fell
into like the
into the
pit that
pit?
they had in the back.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it was like one of those traps in the jungle.
I know,
that
I
you
know.
got-
Well, that's
you
what I
covered
felt
and you
like. I lost my
fall
whole
in.
breath. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, it was not a good thing. And I love that job, like, but I could no longer physically do it.
Wow. So you got hurt and they prescribed you Oxycontin.
Yeah, it started with so it was Vicodins, Percocets, and then Oxys, and it was right, I think, around when they started to come out, because it was so easy to get anything you wanted,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. They gave me Valium at the same time. I had so many different medications at that time. It was
Were
actually
you
ridiculous.
still like drinking and using other drugs too during this
No,
time?
not at that
So
time.
actually you were trying to get your life together. You
Yep.
had a period of,
Yep, I had a period of sobriety. Yep.
yeah. Were you working a program at the time or just decided you wanted to stop?
No, I was just focusing at that time. I had my younger kids. I was just working and just focusing on being a mom, and there was no thoughts of any of the past usage. I had a doctor that was just he was just, you could tell him whatever you wanted and he would give it to you. And in the initial it wasn't like that. It was just he's like, here, this is for your pain. So I had my first taste of that, like the Vicodin, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, a little something, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, well, are you still in pain? Oh, yeah. Oh, here, well, here's Percocet. Oh, this is a little better. And then he told me, oh, there's got this new one. You want Oxycontin? I'm like, sure, okay. If you think that's going to be helpful, and okay. Then I knew. Then I was like, this is ridiculous because now I'm taking more than what's prescribed. Now I'm really going to be running out of shit. Like, how am I going to continue this, cycle that I'm on?
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess the point of that is doctors just more freely gave it out and really didn't know the damages that it caused.
Because they were
In the
told
long
it
run.
was not addictive,
Right.
allegedly, right?
Right. But
Well,
boy, was it.
I remember around 2005, 2006, my brother was being treated for melanoma. And after he passed away, I went to clean out his apartment, and there were jugs of Oxycontin that he hadn't taken that he got from the Veterans Hospital. Just
Wow.
jugs of it filled with pills.
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine
Well,
anybody needing that even for a year.
The
It seemed like
military
so
man
much.
and him saying, I don't need no stinking
Right.
pills.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Your supply was basically from one doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Did you start to find any on the street, or did you have to stop that and end up going cheaper with the heroin, or?
Yeah, so I started initially looking for it on the street, and then that's when I obviously found out that, it's cheaper if you try this. And I remember initially first trying it, and I was like, this is nothing. I must have had something bad, which, I should have just said, hey, that's not for me. But no,
Keep trying.
why are you still enjoying it? So let's try again. And then I found out, like, you're sick if you don't have it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
here we go. So, yeah, unfortunately, I went the cheaper route.